Stands, there is already a very intriguing battle being set up here. We've been talking about our Falcons Warriors United, Stars and the Shanghai Swans from a leadership perspective are all battling and challenging one another for top rights. But now Shanghai Swans jump a double clear. Their closest rivals, the Stars, all of a sudden have a fence down. So immediately, albeit just a small, tiny fraction of a gap, we see a small gap starting to open up between the Shanghai Swans and Stars. How big will that gap turn out to be, if anything, by the end of the night? That becomes an intriguing question. Falcons Warriors United still to jump later on tonight. Gio Toma and Marcus Eining still to come later on. Istanbul Warriors on a double clear. The Prague Lions on a double clear. And then the Doha Falcons, Stars, as we mentioned, and the Saint-Tropez Pirates all finding themselves with a single fence down. What a stunning, stunning round from, in particular, Ollie Fletcher. Abdel Said as well jumping clear. Take nothing away from him. Let's catch up with Oliver Fletcher to get his thoughts on the round.
Abdel, first double clear of the Paris GCL. How did you see it from Istanbul Warriors' point of view?
I think from our point of view so far it's very good, but it's only half the battle now. We still have the second round to go. I think both our horses jumped great. I'm very lucky to have such a talented young rider like Ollie on my side. I get inspiration while I watch him jump clear, and then I thought we better do the same, you know.
Ollie, two very, very talented horses. How did you see how the horses went?
Yeah, he jumped fantastic. He was really good in Cannes. I wasn't so good in the teams. I let the team down there, so it was nice to post a good clear round. And when you're with company like Abdel and Henrik, you have to have your A game on.
FA, the boss, has just been on the phone.
Rolls and both jumping double clear. It talks about the brilliance of the two men. It talks about the preparation of the two men, the experience of the two men. Two 9-year-olds, 4 Prague Lions, both jumping double clear. But it's the Shanghai Swans that lead. And Max Kuhne, a former LGCT season champion of 2024, continues to fight for team glory for his GCL team. Let's hear from Kuhne following their championship leading double clear.
Max, Christian was like an Iceman to start, and you backed it up. How did it feel to ride that round?
Felt very good actually today. Christian had a fantastic round, I would say. I was a bit nervous because I don't know Blue Stavelin that well yet and don't know how he reacts in my first round in the GCL with him, but also very happy with him.
The reaction of the team around you as you came out of the arena was really, really positive. It obviously means a lot to Shanghai Swans.
Yeah, we have a great team atmosphere, I would say nearly a family atmosphere. And yeah, we live this GCL here as a team. And so we are very happy with the good rounds and very sad with the not so good rounds.
So second round, what's the plan to get you back on the podium once more?
We have 3 really good horse-rider combinations in the second round. We have Antoine with Floyd, Christian with Durkan Hero, and myself with Up to Chaco. And so that's always the most difficult when you have 3 to choice, which all of them would be good enough. And yeah, we have to think about that now, what we do the next round.
So you haven't got that confirmed yet?
Yeah, I think we have an idea, but I want to confirm with the riders and then we go for it.
Keeping your cards close to your chest. Good luck.
Thank you.
Talking about that depth that the Shanghai Swans have, it's amazing how even on a day like this, where Max Kuhne has the ability to jump double clear, to put his mind into manager zone, to start thinking about round 2, to start thinking about changes, and have the ability to be able to just pick and choose quality riders who have quality horses is quite remarkable. It's the reason why the Shanghai Swans are eared by many to be one of the major title contenders in 2025. This is what the leaderboard looks like at the halfway point of GCL round 1. Before we return to the rest of the action, I mentioned those 3 double clears, the Shanghai Swans, of which the best of the lot, the Istanbul Warriors and the Prague Lions, find themselves in that group, all on 0 penalties, all jumping double clear. And then a group behind them. Let's show you what that looks like. Doha Falcons, the Stars and the Saint-Tropez Pirates, all on 4 penalties as well. So it's interesting to see how this is going to now shape up for the rest of Global Champions League round 1 already, because that is how they line up. Already we can see a gap starting to form between those top 3 teams, and then of course the teams that find themselves just a single fence down. And then unfortunately for Stockholm Hearts, Mexico Amigos, and for the Rome Gladiators, they feel as if they are a mile away from touching distance from those top teams. But of course there's a lot more show jumping still to follow, a lot more action still to come, and we get ready to return to Global Champions League round 1 now after the break. The Monaco Comets, powered by the Iron Dames, are the next team into the ring. Ines Joly and Yoli Mitlineo are the riders to come in. After that, Paris Panthers, pressure on the home team, who have been struggling for form in 2025. They will come out today as the hosts, looking to try and perform well, to try and make up some real championship ground. Vikings, New York Empire, Madrid Emotion, Riesenbach International, and late starts for Valkenswaard United and the Basel Cosmopolitans. That's how the rest of GCL round 1 shapes up. For now, let's head back into the ring as we continue the action. Monaco Comets next in GCL.
At the back of last season, I'm deciding that another all-lady force was required to back up Cannes Stars, and Monaco Comets came into formation. And Ines Joly, she is 27 years of age. This is their 5th Longines Global Champions Tour leg start this year. As a pair, they're 10th in GCL round 1 in Shanghai. They jumped the Grand Prix in China as well for 31st place. They had one time only last week in Ramator Saint-Tropez in GCL round 1. Crackdown Guizet on course for Ines Joly. Ines's stunning win last year, the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Monaco, fell to her, and Ambassador Z, her first 5-star Grand Prix win as well. She's from Saint-Étienne-les-Lyons, up on the east flank of France, but now based in Deauville in Normandy. This horse has had some very good pilots on him prior. Simon de Lestre, Jean Coutin and Olivier Perrault, and Ines Joly very well down through the double, 8A and B. This horse looks in the perfect mind space here. He's kind of determined, hungry, but listening to Ines Joly as well. And down to the final line here, Monaco Comets, their best finish of the year so far was leg 1 in Doha, 3rd, and that podium finishing behind Prague Lions and Cannes Stars. What a shame. The exit Oxa, that theme late in the first half continues into the start of the second half of GCL round 1. GCL 11B, the Oxa round to the double. It's causing heartache because that was a very composed round once again for Ines Joly. But the former nurse has a late 4 penalty. Crackdown Guizet opens up the account for Monaco Comets, powered by Iron Dames, with a solid round. But the last combination was the error. Okay, a little get out of jail early as well, out of the Longines double at 3A and B. Yeah, just a little bit flat, I think, out of the combination there. Couldn't quite get the spring off the sand after a long stride in the middle of that combination. Must have found quite a faraway point of takeoff into the late combination, I think. Yannick Bichon, the French speaker, alongside John Kyle. On y va, off we go, Yannick says. The wonderful voice of John and Yannick. Yoli Mitteleno getting started. This is Casanova, hashtag DWB, for the winner of Longines Global Champions Tour, the Grand Prix in Madrid. Her first 5-star Grand Prix win as well. Artista Toxandra, leg 4 this season. Yoli, 27 years of age. This pair in their 4th season together. They started in February 2022. But this is their Longines Global Champions Tour debut here in Paris. What a location for your debut on the tour. They had very good 5-star form last year in Rotterdam, with 3 top 10 finishes in the 5-star on the east flank of the Netherlands. Yeah, Casanova getting very deep into the GC vertical. Of course, these courses set on specific stride patterns, and if you get a bit deep, if you jump in a bit big into the line, that stride pattern thrown a little bit out of order. That, I think, the reason for Jolly Mitteleneu's one mistake early on the course. The Greek superstar comes home.
Fencers coming down for the Monaco Comets, powered by the Iron Dames. Jolly Mitteleneu with 8 and Ines Joly with 4 takes them to 12. Paris Panthers, the home team, are next in the ring. If you want to join us for the rest of GCL Round 1 and Round 2 to follow tonight, make sure you sign up for a GCTV Live Pass. Come and join us from Champ du Mare. This is Stage 7. This is GCL. And the Paris Panthers, the home team, are next in the ring.